Hey everyone, it's Ariel. Welcome back to another video, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Today we're going to be doing kind of a get ready with me style video. First I'm going to do some skincare, my little morning skincare routine, and then I'm going to show you how to do a little sleek kind of model off-duty inspired bun. So let's just get right into it. First thing is skincare. It is morning time, so I'm doing my morning skincare. So the first thing I always do is cleanse my skin, and I don't always use a cleanser. Sometimes I just will like kind of cleanse it with water because I do more skincare at nighttime. So usually when I wake up, my skin doesn't need a lot. So this morning, that's what I did. I just used a little bit of water and kind of like massaged it into my skin. And then I'll usually just leave it kind of wet. I'll kind of work the water into my skin. By now it's pretty much dry, but that's what I'll usually do. And then the first product I use is this hyaluronic acid by The Ordinary. I'll usually do like a full squeeze of this. So it's like halfway up the tube, I guess. I'll apply this to either my hand or straight to my face. Huge mess. Rub it into my fingers, and then I'll apply this all over my skin. I don't focus it too much around my under eye area because I do go in with either an eye cream or moisturizer under my eyes. So for the hyaluronic acid, it normally doesn't soak in this fast because normally I would have my skin a little bit wet, like I was saying. I feel like when I leave it wet, it just helps the products kind of soak into my skin a little bit easier. I feel like the water almost gives it like another layer of hydration, and my skin tends to be a little bit more on the dry side, so that's usually what works better for me. But as you can see, it's already like my skin just slurped it up. But anyway, next step, I don't always do this step in the mornings. I usually use this at night, but this is the Ordinary caffeine solution. Normally, like I said, I will just use this at night, but sometimes if I'm feeling like I have, you know, more dark circles or I'm just having puffiness, sometimes whenever I need it, I will just go ahead and use it. And I don't use a lot of this. Kind of go in, squeeze some out, and then I'll just do like a little dot under each eye, and then I will use my ring finger to rub that out, just really gently, not using like too firm of pressure. And then I will also go in over top and rub that into my eyelids as well, because I don't want crusty eyelids. And I do also find that I have a little bit of discoloration just around my whole eye. I think that's pretty normal. So just make sure I'm treating the skin all the way around my eyes the same. So that's that. And then I will go in with this, again, The Ordinary. Clearly love their products. The Ordinary Squalane. This is 100% squalane. I think you can get like partial ones or like squalane mixed with other stuff, but this is the one I use. And then again, I will take a full dropper of this, so about that much. This one I have to apply to my hand because it's so liquidy. If I apply it to my face, it just like runs right down. So I apply this to my hands, rub it in, and then just gently rub over my skin. Another thing I will usually do when I'm standing over the sink doing this, I will rinse my hands just really quick between each product, because when I don't, I find that, not all the time, but sometimes I'll end up like, it feels like there's almost like a grain developing on my skin. So the water just makes sure that I'm not like mixing the products too much in my hands before they actually go onto my skin. I feel like that really makes a difference, for me at least. Always making sure I'm going onto my neck as well. Don't miss that neck. By the way, I will link all these products in the description if you are interested. And then next I will use this. This is, oh, it's kind of rubbing off, but this is Sensitive Cream by Glacier. Glacier soap, I think the brand is called. Yeah, this is just a really moisturizing but also like gentle cream. It's very thick, but I find that it's really light as well. Like it doesn't feel heavy on my skin. It just makes it feel really moisturized and soft, supple. So I've been really liking this, especially for the winter months. It really helped me a lot, just get that extra moisture, but without making me feel like I'm caked in moisturizer. Just rub that in, again, on the neck as well. And then this is another product I will use sometimes, not all the time. This is the Versed Nixit Complexion Solution. This is kind of like an acne spot treatment. So if I have any spots, which right now I do, my skin is mad at me for some reason, I will just go in with like a little dot of this on any little breakouts. And it just helps them heal a little bit faster than they would if I just leave them alone. So just a little dot of this, and I'm just gonna let that set in for a second. While that's drying, I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows back into place. My eyebrows are very curly, especially when I haven't like done them in a while and it's been a couple weeks, so I tend to start going like that. Just tame those down a little bit. And also the chance to put on a little bit of a lip moisturizer, so I'm just using Vaseline. All right, that should be pretty much dry. And now the last thing I use, again, this is not an everyday one. This is the Attitude Mineral Sunscreen. This is SPF 30. I'll try to just use this on the days when I know it's gonna be sunny or I'm gonna be spending a little bit more time outside. And I think you're supposed to use more than what I use, but typically I'll just use like that much. This one does leave a little bit of a white cast, so you have to really rub it in. Just rub it into my fingers for a minute, and then I will really rub it in to my skin and my neck. And I'm still trying to use kind of a light pressure. I don't want to damage my skin at all by being too harsh, so just using gentle pressure. I need to go wash my hands. Much better. Okay, so that is pretty much it for skincare. Now it's time to move on to hair. So didn't bring a comb over here, but I do have this one, so I'm just gonna use this one to create a bit of a middle part. I'm just going up to kind of the top middle part of my head. The goal with this hairstyle is to kind of brush it all up, like kind of down and then up, so that we keep this middle part, but we still get that nice sleek bun. So the first thing I want to do is, of course, use some water. So I'm just gonna spritz this all over, mainly focusing on like this front part that we're gonna be slicking back. Usually I will just kind of run that water through down to the ends a little bit just with my hands, and sometimes I will wet my hair all the way down to my ends, but for today I think I want to leave a little bit of like dry ends out. That sounds kind of weird, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm not going to do too much with my ends. I am just going to put a little bit of argan oil in. I'm just focusing that mainly on the ends and kind of the mids of my hair. All right, and then I am going to use a little bit of gel. This is just the Garnier Fructis Pure Clean Styling Gel. That much. And I'm just gonna focus that on this front section, as well as this very back, the nape of my neck. And I wanna make sure that I'm not losing that middle part because we want that to be visible. Okay, so I have my water, I have my gel, and now I'm actually gonna use my Demon brush. This one is just really good for like picking up the hair since my hair is so like thick and curly. So I'm going to be brushing this kind of down, starting down and then pulling it up to kind of give that like swoop effect. But I'm trying to focus on getting those hairs to go in the direction of where I want the bun to be. So I'm thinking kind of right about there. So that is where I'm directing all of the hair. So just doing that on both sides. Now I'm going to start by gathering the salt in my hand, and I'm just going to keep doing that, making sure all that hair is going towards that bun. See that one little gray hair? I'm trying to hide that. So it looks like we've got it pretty smooth at this point. So before I actually put the bun in, I'm going to use this brush. I'm not sure what this brush is. If I can find it for you guys, I will link it in the description, but it's just this like boar bristle brush. So it's really good for smoothing. So I'm gonna take that and just do that same, basically following that same pattern I just did with my Denman brush to just create a little bit of a smoother effect. Back as well. Now I'm just gonna take a regular elastic band and I'm just gonna put this in, but just as a ponytail, not as a bun. You wanna make sure it's pretty tight, so don't be afraid to do that. Go around a few times. Okay, so I have my ponytail here, and now I'm just gonna basically fold it in half so that I leave a little bit of those ends out, but I want to create a bun with this. So I'm gonna take another elastic band and secure it like this, but leaving out those ends like that. And then this is when you can kind of like pick at the bun and tweak it to what you like. You can even put some bobby pins in if you feel like some pieces are kind of sticking out a little bit too much, but I think that is pretty good. I'm just gonna smooth over again to make sure there's no flyaway pieces, and that is pretty much it. So yeah, you guys, that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Also leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of this video or this hairstyle. And follow me on Instagram at @stylebyariel_ and check out my blog, stylebyariel.com. But hopefully you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.